Good evening, morning, afternoon, freaks and geeks. This is Reluge, and I know I said that I was going to take a break from drama, but this is very important. Not just for the debunking community, but for YouTube in general. If you don't know what happened, go to Beardo Gets Scared, his live stream talk about being taken down, because he has received 3 content strikes, and it's not because he uploaded someone else's thing. It's not because he used someone's music. It's because he dared to call out paranormal channels and point out how the certain videos could be faked or misunderstood or something like that. And these people think that Beardo is attacking them when he is not. So, I want to point out that this particular channel, do not go and give him hate. I don't want to see anybody hating on him. This is why. I'm pointing this out for why it's very unuseful to go and complain to this guy, and to show how malicious he's being with his strike. So 5 days ago, he edited this just now because he did use Beardo's name, I think. I'm pretty sure. Where did my screenshots go? I have no idea. Someone found out the hard way. Don't ever call a legit team fake. Now there's a strike on their channel. We'll discuss this in our new show coming out soon, Paranormal Thoughts with Mark and Andrea. Maybe you should have just done the podcast instead of striking him. That's one thing that people have been wanting from channels like this, to show the evidence and be like, this is why I didn't fake it. But he strikes Beardo out of malicious intent. And then goes to talk about it on their podcast. Now, before I continue, I want to say that this is fair use, and you can't copyright comments. And B, I kind of don't want people... No, I'm going to cut that out. So, this is very interesting. I completely understand that you are legit. You would very much be angry about someone debunking what you know to be true. However, the road you have gone down is incorrect. The natural path would be an open line of communication to discuss with Beardo what you believe to factual and what he believes to be factual. Okay, that makes sense of that. To be perfectly honest, the copyright strike is wrong. They're correct. He has not uploaded your video in its entirety. He has used it fairly. Personally, I think they should have just done the content claim. Because, well, the content claim is kind of broken. What I think should happen is that the system should check the percentage of their video is in the other person's video and distribute the monetization accordingly. But I'm afraid that YouTube would use AI to determine that. But then again, if us creators had that option, being like, okay, here, this section is from this channel, this section is from the same channel, but this one is from a second channel, if you could do that, I would personally do that. That would be interesting. YouTube, think about that. Essentially, what you have done is you've punished him for having an opinion. It's merely an opinion. It's a shame because I could see what you're trying to do. You're trying to defend yourself, but unfortunately it's coming across as an overreaction. Again, that is true. Personally, I wouldn't do it this way. You shouldn't exploit YouTube's strike system to punish someone. If you wish to prove a point and show you're real, then do that. This just leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. To then celebrate after, it's just in bad taste. If it's true you're encouraging others to do the same, it is disappointing. He is a debunker and you're a paranormal channel. Both kind of work off each other. It's a long message, but at the end of the day, it's someone's opinion. To go this far with an opinion and a video is disappointing. And to point out, Spectral came to Beardo and it's like, hey, I found this, check it out. He checked out and he's all like, yeah, I don't think that's actual paranormal, I think it's this. It's a long message, but at the end of the day, it's someone's opinion. To go this far over an opinion and a video is disappointing. No matter what is said, always keep it friendly. Always remain the bigger person and open up dialogue. What's the harm in that? That you don't see eye to eye? Not everyone does. Anyway, apologies for the long message. I wish everyone the best. At the end of the day, you're all just trying to make a living whilst doing the things you enjoy. Now, if I've ever had any, experience with trying to talk sense into a senseless person, they're just going to attack them. We are legit. We think of ending his livelihood. He did this, though, being an asshole. Wasn't being an asshole. Not at all. And I am rethinking of ending his livelihood? Does that mean you're willing to retract your strike? I think that you should. I'm not here to debate the authenticity of your channel. I will take your word for it. I'm here because I am aware of the situation from an outside perspective. I've seen the other comments. I understand it's not nice to have someone speak badly on your name. It also doesn't pay to meet someone at the same level, if that makes sense. Always come back with an open mind, and if you feel you want to, then prove that you are legit. If not, then ignore it and live your best life. Don't punish someone for an opinion, even if they started it. I can't remember who. There was two... Oh my gosh, and I can't remember the second person. But they recently came out being like, yep, you got me. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's Really Haunted that's actually changed up his methods. And I'm going to go on record to state that I don't hate these fake channels. I've taken a look at some of them, and most of them I can't really stand, but it's because of their acting. Like, let's take Ghost Adventures, for instance. At the beginning, that was actually legitimately pretty good, but lately it's been all about, screaming, being possessed. It's a demon, this is a demon, oh, that's a demon. This is cursed, this is cursed. But with the channels on here, like Twin Paranormal, actually I find Sam and Cody. No, Sam and Corey? Sam and Cody, yeah, Sam and Cody to be alright. The people that did the ankle creaking, for the most part, they're not annoying or offensive. Uh, Spooky Boo with Call Me Chris, I actually find them to be somewhat entertaining. But I can debunk everything they find like it's nothing. But anyway, maybe try to speak with Beardo. I think you will both come to an understanding. Shadow Phoenix says, I believe the message has been sent. He remarked several times in the live stream going forward that this has given him something to think about on how he approaches his debunking. So, here is the key point. Ghost Club Paranormal. When Beardo did the first video, he did make some jokes that even I found a little too over the top. So, and so did they. So Beardo goes, okay, you don't like those kind of jokes. You're actually offended by them. Second video he did, which are the only two videos he did on Ghost Club, because if he did any more, they'd find more strikes to strike him with. But he goes and he actually says that he's going to do this as polite as he can. And I still enjoyed his debunk of their video, but he did point out that using the death tapes of the people at their last moments was kind of sick. I know, the news channels had used those clips when that happened, but that was more of to prove the point, show how hard, how traumatic it was. They used it to try to trigger a ghost that I don't even think was there. Think about this carefully. Does the punishment fit the crime? If you put out a video which was struck because you said something someone didn't like, would losing everything be a fair punishment? You're a paranormal channel. Debunkers are inevitable. It's something you have to deal with. So, here's another comment saying, be the bigger person and take back the strikes. Well, how does he respond to this? Would have, but he just screwed himself by what he just said about us. Done. That was 7 hours ago. This was 3 hours ago. That's funny. But I watched his live stream. Ask him if he can call me then. I'll discuss with him. No, he debunked you and you didn't like it. Simple. Nope, he lied and shouted bullshit and guesses. That's not a debunk, you dumbass. He actually showed with science and proof, you idiot. Did you even watch it? He lied and made assumptions and guesses. We don't need to lie, cheat, or fake at all. We are one of the only legit teams left that can capture real paranormal every single time you go out. My god, he is... Okay, this is top is selected, so you'll see featured comments. So I'm assuming this is the majority of the stuff that he replied to. Oh. Maybe he should have been nice, honest, and reached out to us instead of lying and defaming us. How did he defame? How did he lie? He said that you copyright struck him, and he read the message you gave him, and he came to the conclusion, hey, my channel's been struck by Spectral Paranormal. Because he was told. He even had the evidence there. I was going to be nice and discuss with him. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Because 5 days ago, you sent the strike. 5 days ago, you sent the strike. I want you to tell him I'm considering removing it, as even though he's an asshole and a complete narcissist, I actually can see the narcissist. I won't do it to say he was right, because he's 100% wrong about us. Then prove it. This is the whole thing about the paranormal world. It's like someone catches a paranormal evidence, someone debunks it, you review it. You say, hey, this is what happened, look, here's my evidence, here's the raw footage, I didn't change anything. I can easily bury him, but I'm looking from a different perspective. No, you're not. Never wanted to be enemies with him. He created that by lying about us. Again, I'm contemplating. I will prove ourselves that we are 100% legit soon enough, then they can all kiss our asses. You know what? I'll actually watch for that. Okay, so, but you don't fake? Alright. That does not mean you can copyright strike them. So, your best bet is to retract the strike and then make a video proving him wrong. If you don't want to look like an asshole, then don't do the strike. It's simply because I'm not the asshole he makes me out to be. You are the asshole that you made yourself out to be. These people are coming at you not out of hate, but out of human compassion. Please reconsider the copyright strike. Beardo will lose everything. Would you really want that? Please reconsider. He replies, I do. Sorry to hear that. God bless. Don't listen to them, Spec. This tactic was devised in his live tonight by his followers. If you play the bigger man, what's to stop him from slandering you again in the future? He's a bitter and arrogant man who holds a grudge, and if he was genuinely sorry, he'd contact you directly? What is that about? His tactic was devised in his live tonight by his followers. If you play the bigger man, what the hell? Are you telling him to be snide and underhanded and use the copyright strike system poorly? You know that's against the terms of service, right? They come down harder on the strikes than they do the claims. He's now doing a live where he looks like he's going to cry. I don't feel in the least bit sorry for him. The way he arrogantly kept going after JCP with his weird vendetta and thinking he could get away with it was sickening. He had 2 videos. I have more vendetta against a certain someone than Beardo has against JCP. It's just JCP was all loud about it. In fact, I'd say he has more of a vendetta against proving demons. Yeah, 3 times in a year isn't arrogantly going at them. It was 2. He did 2 videos on them, and 1 video complaining about them complaining about him. So, but in the end, I know a lot of people are doing a live stream about this and trying to help Beardo out. I really do hope that Spectral Paranormal retracts their strike. Because they're only doing this because JCP is doing it. And he's like, oh, they need a 3rd strike. Boom. There, now I can take down Beardo and watch him cry. It was not fun watching him cry. I almost cried. But that's because I have passion. I have morals. So, let me know what you think in the comment section. Be nice. If you're on Spectral Paranormal side, be nice about it. Tell me why. If you're on Beardo's side, be nice about it. Tell me why. I don't want this to become a hate thing. I want this to become a don't abuse YouTube's copyright system thing. Spectral Paranormal says that he'll be discussing it in his new show. I would love to see that. I would love to see him come forward and debunk what Beardo has said. That being said, until next time, stay decent.